There's this moment a lot of us have where you just realize your body isn't bouncing back the way it used to. It's like suddenly you're catching every single cold that goes around. And recovery, it feels like it takes weeks instead of just a few days. That resilient energy you always counted on just seems to be fading. And let me tell you, that feeling is not just in your head. It's one of the most common things we hear from our clients, this sense that their internal defenses have been quietly downgraded. And what's so frustrating is that it's not a lifestyle failure, it's a biological shift. That's precisely what Thymosin Alpha-1, that's Thymosin Alpha-1, is designed to address. It's a peptide your own body makes to coordinate your entire immune defense system.
So let's really get into the biology behind what you're feeling. What is actually going on inside your body that's causing the shift? Well, it all starts with a very small but incredibly important gland that acts as the master controller for your entire immune system.
That master controller is your thymus gland, and it sits right behind your breastbone. The best way to think about it is as your immune system's elite training academy. It's the place where your most critical defender cells, we call them T cells, get educated. They learn how to identify threats and respond exactly the right way.
But here's the thing. Starting as early as your 20s, that training academy, the thymus, it starts to shrink. By the time you hit your 40s, its output has dropped off significantly. Now, this natural process has a name. It's called thymic involution, and it's the primary driver of what scientists call immunosenescence. Basically, it's a well-documented age-related decline in your immune competence. It's a completely normal process, but it's one we can finally do something about.
And look, we're not just talking about some niche theory here. This is backed by a massive amount of research. Over 11,000 patients have been studied across dozens of clinical trials, all exploring this exact decline and, more importantly, how to effectively address it.
All of that research led to a deep understanding of a specific compound your own thymus produces called Thymosin Alpha-1. It's so well established that it's already an approved therapy for immune support in over 35 countries around the world. So this is not some experimental new idea. This is well-established territory. So let's get into the really cool part. How does it actually work? Because this isn't about just blindly boosting your immune system. It's about restoring its intelligence and coordination.
Okay, so think of Thymosin Alpha-1, or TA1, as the new general for your immune army. Its first job is activation. It goes straight to your dendritic cells, which are basically the intelligence scouts of your immune system. Their whole job is to find threats, identify them, and then tell the rest of the system exactly how to respond.
So it's restoring the communication system that coordinates everything else.
Exactly. When TA1 activates those scouts, your whole immune system starts identifying threats faster and communicating way more precisely with the T cells that need to go out and mount the defense.
And that rebuilding phase you mentioned, is that where the T cells come in?
Right. TA1 stimulates T cell production, basically supplementing what your aging thymus just can't produce anymore. But here's what's really compelling. It also reduces the expression of something called PD-1 on your T cells. Now, PD-1 is a fatigue marker. When T cells have been fighting too long, they get exhausted and they shut down. TA1 essentially reverses that exhaustion in the T cells you already have.
And that's the key distinction here. Ta1 is not just an immune booster that ramps everything up. It's an immunomodulator. It restores balance. It enhances your defense while calming overreactions. So really, it's the difference between a shouting mob and a coordinated special forces team. It makes your whole system smarter, not just louder.
That's a powerful difference. So what does this timeline actually look like for someone who starts this protocol at Zvia? What does it feel like?
In the first 1 to 2 weeks, we call this the opening, that's when the immune priming really begins. Most people notice a definite improvement in their energy and just feel more resilient day to day. Then, from weeks 3 through 8, you start building momentum. This is where the T cell populations really start to shift upward and inflammatory markers trend down. For you, that often means fewer infections, less brain fog, and just better recovery from, well, everything. You start to feel like your immune system is genuinely working for you again. And then, from month 3 on, you hit the crescendo. This is full immune reconstitution. We see sustained reductions in those T cell fatigue markers. The best part? There's no tolerance development. Your body doesn't adapt against it, so the benefits are built to last.
That sounds like an amazing progression. So what can someone do alongside their protocol to really amplify these results and get the most out of it? Oh, there are definitely key things we focus on. First is zinc. Zinc is absolutely essential for the exact pathways that TA1 enhances. Second, vitamin D. It modulates both sides of your immunity. And third, this one's huge, is sleep. Getting 7 to 9 hours promotes T-cell differentiation and helps build that crucial immune memory. And these aren't just general wellness tips, right? They're specifically enhancing what the peptide is already doing. 30 minutes of moderate exercise on most days helps too, by amplifying your lymphocyte circulation. Basically, your protocol just works harder when your lifestyle supports it.
That makes total sense. So let's talk about the practical side. How is Thymosin Alpha-1 actually delivered at Zvia?
We have two great options. The first is a subcutaneous injection. This is the gold standard method backed by all that research we mentioned. It's a quick self-injection that ensures precise dosing for the maximum clinical effect. And don't worry, your provider trains you on everything on day one. And for anyone who prefers a needle-free option, we have an oral dissolving strip. It's just like a breath strip you place inside your cheek. It dissolves in seconds and absorbs directly into circulation. It's super convenient, individually packaged, and perfect for travel. Your Zvia provider will help you figure out which method is the best fit for your biology and your goals.
You know, what really sets this all apart is the comprehensive approach. At Zvia, Thymosin Alpha-1 is never just a standalone prescription. Your provider starts with comprehensive immune panels. They pair the peptide with nutrient optimization and lifestyle prescriptions, and they monitor your response and adjust as you go. It's precision immune care. It's really the difference between just getting a prescription and getting a protocol that is designed specifically around you.
So, if you've been noticing that your immune system just isn't performing the way it used to, or if you're wanting to be proactive about your immune health before decline sets in, this conversation is your starting point. It's about a partnership with a team that is genuinely invested in your goals, and it's going to be there to help you get there. You can visit www.zvia.com, that's zvia.com, or you can call us at 303-902-5353. Go ahead and schedule your consultation with the Zvia team today.
Just a quick note that this has been for educational purposes. Your Zvia provider will always determine if this protocol is appropriate for your individual needs.